Imagine you walk into a restaurant and the aroma of delicious food fills up the entire space. But oh no, you don't know exactly how to order, or maybe what is that restaurant vocabulary you can use. Don't worry, in today's video we will cover that. But before that, welcome back to my channel Thrive with Sushmita. Let us begin with dividing the entire video into several parts so that it becomes easier for you to capture the essential vocabulary and the phrases that you can use while you are visiting your favorite restaurant. You can order food with confidence, maybe make some special requests, and of course give them compliments about the kind of food that they serve you. Let us begin. The first thing or the first restaurant vocabulary that we really need to know about is people in the restaurant. There are so many people who are in the restaurant who assist you, who serve you, who help you, or maybe there are people who cook also for you. So let us try and understand. The number one is the guest or maybe the customer. Yes, I'm talking about you. So when you go for having, or maybe when you go out for eating out or dining out, or maybe eat out, you are the guest or you are the customer. So the people from the restaurant will address you as their guest or maybe as their customer. And we all know customer is the king these days, right? The second one is the host or the hostess. Have you ever noticed that when you go into a restaurant or you step into a restaurant, there are people who greet you and then they ask you, sir, do you have a reservation? Or maybe they ask you for how many people will you be needing a table? And then you tell them table for 2 please or table for 4 please, and then they take down your phone number. They are the host, or maybe if it's a female, the hostess, right? They attend you and they escort or accompany you to the table which they will be giving it to you. The next is the waiter or the waitress. They are the people who serve food to you with all the love and compassion, right? The next is the chef, or maybe we can do it the head chef and the sous chef. The head chef is the main person who is basically who does the entire cooking part, and the sous chef is the second line in command next to chef, who takes care of the entire the cooking area, that how they manage and how they serve and plate and assists the head chef. The next one is the manager. The manager of the restaurant is somebody who basically is in charge of the entire restaurant, from attending the customers, making sure that they are being served on time, making sure that they are enjoying the environment, making sure that they're enjoying the food. So this is basically that the manager takes part or in doing all those activities, or maybe the total in charge of everything. The next one is a busboy or a busser. I am sure you have never heard about this term. But you've met them, of course. They are the people who usually help in clearing the table after you are done with your food, or maybe they clean the table after you finish your meals. So these were the people who you will usually find in a restaurant. Let's move on, now let's go to the ordering part. That is when you order your food. The moment you go and you get your seat and you are seated, you will be given a menu. Now what is a menu? Menu card basically displays or tells you about all the dishes that the restaurant is offering. Usually the menu is classified as in the beverage section, the dessert section, the main course, or maybe the appetizers. Let's learn about them. First, as you know, it's a menu card. You see and you can select your favorite dishes, or what is what is in your plans today. What is that special thing that you would like to try? The next one is the specialty, or maybe the special dish that they are offering. Every restaurant has their own specialty. Like in Calcutta, if anyone mentions about cello kebab, they always remember Peter Cat. right? So this is their signature dish or maybe their speciality. So, or also sometimes it's done that the special dish of the day that the chef has made. So this is told to you, the people who are attending you or maybe taking your order, which is the waiter, right? Next is appetizer. These are those mini snacks, which you have just before your main meal or main food. The work of appetizer basically is it's tasty, it's yummy, let me tell you, and of course it stimulates your appetite. Yani आपको ज़्यादा भूख लग जाती है. So it's like you had the appetizer and now maybe all those, acids in your stomach has started working and oh my god, we need some more food and some more food and some more food. So appetizer. Then we order the main course, which is the main meal that you would like to have. So that's the main course. You can look at the menu and order accordingly. Then it's the dessert section, which is खाने के बाद मीठा हो जाए, that is something like that, right? So after you're done with your food, you would like to have something which is sweet and you satisfy your sweet tooth craving. So up dessert section where you can see that there will be so many things like right from ice creams or different kinds of sweets or maybe some pudding or some caramel or whatever that they are offering. There's also a section called beverage where it is about anything hot or cold which the restaurant is offering or maybe serving. It is also divided into mocktails and cocktails. So mocktails are those non-alcoholic drinks, whereas cocktails are alcoholic drinks. They have a separate menu card for these. Now let us look at some common phrases that is used in a restaurant. Like as you enter, the host will ask you, table for. So you can always say that I would like to have book a table or have a table for 2 people, right? Or maybe 4 people. They might also ask, ma'am or sir, do you have a reservation? So if you are going to a restaurant where you have already made reservations, they would be asking you for some details and you can always give that, right? Now, if you have any special request, maybe like you want to have a table which is in the corner, or maybe you would like to have a table which is near the bar, or maybe you would like to have a table which is, for 4 or 5 people that you are going. So if you have any special request, you can also mention it at that point of time. Now, once you are seated and you get your menu card and you have gone through it, or maybe you have already set your mind for what you would like to eat. So you can just say, I would like to order. Now, whatever you want to order, whatever you have decided. So maybe you can just say that I would like to have a fresh lime soda. Along with that, I would like to have some seekh kebabs. So this is like, I would like to order. Also, you can ask them, could you recommend something? Which means like if you're visiting a restaurant, which is a new one for you, आप पहली बार वहाँ पर गए हो, you can always ask like, what would you like to recommend? What is your speciality? You can always ask, do you have any vegetarian options? Like if you are a vegetarian like me, so I always make sure to ask this question, like what are the vegetarian options do you have? Or maybe, which is the best vegetarian meal that you are offering? You can also ask if you're a vegan. So depending on that, you can ask a question. You can also ask, like if you've seen a menu card and you see a dish which probably you have not heard or tasted before, you can always ask, can you please let me know the ingredients that you have in this? You can also mention about any allergies that you have. Always remember that if you are allergic to any food item, please make sure that you inform the restaurants. Usually, in the menu card, they also mention the ingredients, but it is always safe to ask them about, what are the ingredients. You can also ask, is it very spicy or is it mild? Like in India, we can always ask like, is the curry sweet or the white gravy or the yellow gravy? So white gravy usually signifies that it has got a mild, a little bit of sweet taste, but a yellow or a red gravy will talk about being spicy. You can always mention that please keep it mild or please keep it spicy according to your taste buds, right? So are you feeling hungry? I think I am feeling hungry after talking all kind of food, right? You can also ask, like if you've ordered a dish and you're like 2 people or maybe 3 people, you can always ask, like, can you please tell me the number of people this dish can serve? Like then they mention that if you have a big appetite, maybe it's for one, or maybe there are 6 pieces of kebabs or 6 pieces of paneer. So if you're 2 people, I think 3 each or maybe 2 4 can serve the purpose. So you can always ask, can you tell me that number of people this dish will serve? So you can always get this information. After you are done with your food, you can always ask, can I get the check please? Or maybe, can I get the bill please? Right? So being courteous is also very important. So do not forget to say thank yous and please whenever needed. You can also ask, do you accept cash or maybe credit cards or maybe cards or maybe online payments? So whatever mode that you want to make the payment, you can always ask them about it, right? Now, after you are done, or maybe there are some leftovers which you really want to take back home, you can always request them and ask them that, can I get this to go? Which means you will be taking it, or you will, like in India we use, can we parcel it and take back home? So these are certain phrases that you can use when you are in a restaurant. Now comes the most important part, which is about complimenting or maybe having some complaints. Now, when you are enjoying your meal and you find it delicious and yummy, you would see that the managers would come and they would like ask you, ma'am or sir, are you enjoying the meal? Is everything all right? Do not forget to compliment them. You can always say, oh yes, the dish is really nice, it is really delicious, it is really yummy, Also, if you have any kind of a feedback, you can always give them. Now, if you have some complaint, you can always tell them with courtesy. You can say, I think this is cold, so can you please exchange it or give us some another thing, right? So any complaints that you have regarding the meal, you can be courteous and speak to the manager, and I am sure they will address this. So these were few vocabulary words or maybe some phrases that you can use it in a restaurant. So how are you enjoying this restaurant series? I am enjoying it very much. So yes, next time when you go to a restaurant, remember what are the phrases that you really need to use. So we will meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Keep eating, keep enjoying, keep learning, keep thriving. Thank you so much.